Hello, my name is Peter Karari. This is the second part of my discussion on global citizenship, and in this second part, I'm looking on the $1,000,000 question: does the global citizenship exist? Sorry, I have a due answer to this question, and that is yes and no. And why yes? Why do I think that the global citizenship exists? There are various individuals, communities, religions, nation-states, region organizations, and international efforts that are tailored towards global citizenships. Examples include the United Nations, the World Bank, the World Trade Organization, and the International Monetary Fund, among others. We also have religious concepts that have the connotation of the global citizenship. This includes the Hebrews concept of the promised land, the Christians concept of the love your neighbor as you love yourself, the Muslim concept of the social order, the Sikhs concept of the world fraternal order, the Buddhist concept of the middle way, and the Baha'is concept of the universal world order. Individuals' acts of mercy also brings us closer to the concept of global citizenship. Examples include Mahatma Gandhi's nonviolence concept, Nelson Mandela's call for truth and reconciliation, the aspect of forgiveness, Barack Obama's aspect of diplomacy, Mother Teresa's charity work, Princess Diana's extension of love, among others. Institutions have also not been left behind. An example is the University of Peace in Costa Rica. We also have global citizenship initiatives in colleges, in high schools and primary schools. And why do I think no? Why does global citizenship not exist? Why do I think against this concept? There is a strong wave in the world, strong forces that frustrate the efforts of global citizenship. The instances of cynical nationalism and regionalism constitute a case in point. In Africa, we have the AU, IGAD, SADC, COMESA, among others. In Europe, we have the EU. In Asia, we have the ASEAN, and so on. Nationalism and regionalism is a commitment to serve the national or citizens of a certain regions for their own benefit in exclusion of the rest of that are outside these areas. This shows that nations, states, and regions within the world still hold protectionism and sovereignty with high esteem. The walls of nationalism and regionalism must be broken to give way for global citizenship. The rights to migration, citizenship, health, education, to mention but a few, must be accessed to all without discrimination. A Kenyan should be treated like a German when in Germany. An international student in Canada should be treated like a Canadian student in matters of school fees, health insurance, and so on. But this is not the reality on the ground. The reality on the ground is about we and they. It's about I and you. How will it then be possible to nurture global citizenship if the wars of nationalism and regionalism continues to prevail? The international organizations such as the UN, the World Bank, and the IMF have been more or less been reduced to the puppets of the West, exploiting the poor countries and furthering the regime of the West. It is imperialism and colonialism at its best. How then will global citizenship thrive under this manipulative relationship? Global citizenship idealizes the concept of a global government, but is it really possible? It takes us back to Immanuel Kant and his idea of perpetual peace. He dreamt of a world government that would be responsible for the welfare of global citizens. The closest that we have come to is the United Nations. However, the UN has remained virtually a puppet of the West. It has failed to stop the massive suffering of the vulnerable Wadis, the Sudanese, the Iraqis, among others around the globe. The veto power of the members of the Security Council is based on strategic interests. It is a weapon for expansionism and imperialism. It is survival for the fittest. It resonates with George Orwell's Animal Farm. All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. How will global citizenship exist in this conception? My take is that the reality of global citizenship will be enabled when the forces for global citizenship overcomes the forces against global citizenship. This will be enabled by an avalanche of coordinated efforts by all of us. It requires a critical mass, continuous awareness, sensitization, education, mobilization, advocacy, and lobbying. It is the duty of all of us. It starts with me and you. So, what are you doing to make global citizenship a reality? What are you doing to lobby your family? What are you doing to lobby your neighbors? What are you doing to lobby your local community? What are you doing to lobby your country? What are you doing to lobby regional organizations? What are you doing to lobby the world? You have a responsibility. You have a responsibility. You have a role. You have a duty. You have an obligation to make global citizenship a reality. My grandmother told me that a long journey starts with the first step. Make the first step today towards making global citizenship a reality. Thank you and God bless you. Bye.